welcome. Do you ever scroll through Diablo 4's graphics settings and think to yourself, did Blizzard even test these? Because honestly, some of them feel like leftover dev tools, not actual performance options. Stuff that tanks your FPS for literally zero visual gain. And in this video I'm giving you the real settings, the ones that actually matter. No fluff, no presets, just tested tweaks to fix lag and boost your FPS for good. So stay around until the end, because in the last section I will tell you something important to save tons of FPS for you and what every Diablo 4 player should know about at this point. So without further ado, let's sort this mess out together. Alright, here we are on our graphics settings. I'll break down why we are choosing each one of those settings. This isn't just set everything to low and pray. I tested all this once at the low end machine and on a decent machine. And these settings actually work. So let's go. We are starting here with texture quality, which we set to high. Unless your GPU was made before electricity, keep this on high. It barely affects performance and keeps textures from looking like blurry PS2 leftovers. Anisotropic filtering. Set this to 8 times on a lower machine or 16 times on a more decent one. I would recommend to max this one out because it's free in terms of performance and makes ground texture sharper, especially when sprinting through hellscapes. It's like turning your windshield wipers on. Shader quality high. High shaders give you clean lighting and effects, not weird blurring or smudging. Performance hit is minimal and the visual clarity is 100% worth it. Here you can go between medium and high. Geometric complexity low, even on a higher end machine. This just makes objects like walls and furniture appear sharper. It doesn't really add more to the visual. And unless you're zooming in on a nightstand mid-battle, set it to low and enjoy the extra frames. Terrain geometry here to low, also on a higher end machine, because this setting slightly improves the flow of terrain, hills, sand and grass, but at the cost of real performance. Unless you are in Sanctuary to raid dirt, rock or sand piles out of 10, keep this one also at low. So, clutter quality medium. This controls how detailed the environment junk looks, for example bones, rubble or crates. Medium keeps it immersive without making your GPU sound like it's prepping for takeoff. And also on a lower end machine you can go to low here. On a higher end I would recommend medium, because between medium and the highest there is no real visual difference. Fog quality low. Set this to low unless you are role-playing in Silent Hill. The difference is barely visible and fog is almost never on screen anyways. Also here my recommendation low. But the fur quality we want to set at high, at least on medium. This one is a tricky one because this also lets armor fur look sharper, not only your druid form. And for some reason this even affects your character's face. Doesn't matter on which classes, this is really affecting their faces, for example in the game menu and so on. So let me know in the comments if you figure this one out. And the performance hit is really tiny, so I keep it at high, right? You want to see the faces of your characters fully fleshed out. On a lower end you can go medium here, otherwise I would say go high. So reflection quality, this one you can without any problem set to low, because this still gives you water or ice reflections without destroying your FPS basically. Low is the way to go here, because this is also one of the more broken settings that will really affect your FPS basically everywhere, even when there's nothing around you to apply it to technically. Is it sad? Is it funny? I don't know. Ask Actibliss. Okay, going on with the next one, green space reflections. You really don't need those. This just tanks performance and adds really nothing visually. Also a hard pass here. When we are now also talking about the anti-aliasing quality, this one you can also set to low and then use sharpening in your GPU control panel if needed. This is again some unoptimized or straight up unnecessary bullshit option right here. Then we are going on with the ambition occlusion. As you see, I set this one to low. I wouldn't turn it off, but low, yeah, still gives you something. But to be honest, the setting does basically nothing noticeable except lower your FPS. Again, just turn it to low and pretend it was never there. Shadow quality, here you can also go between medium and high. Like on a really low machine you can go low. This is not so super important. I mean, you can see the difference, but I would recommend going at least medium, but also high if your graphic card's somewhat decent, right? This adds just more clarity to shadows, and this makes the shadows also sharp and grounded without a real FPS hit. So it's totally worth it if you can afford it. Basically, medium to high is the way to go here. But this one is a no-brainer, low. Contact shadows quality is another weird one, which doesn't improve visuals much and can really spike your GPU temps like you're mining Bitcoin while killing demon picks. So I would keep this one really low, because in also like a full-fledged battles where the whole screen is filled, this really tanks your DPS and it's really not worth it. You won't see a real visual gain through this. Particles quality on the other hand, we want to set this on high, because this one really matters. Spell effects and VFX look just clearer on high, and this helps you also actually see what is killing you, or hopefully what you are killing. Water simulation quality, I would set this to low. I mean, water moves sometimes, but rarely in the world of Sanctuary. So don't waste your FPS on it. Low is a no-brainer here. Physics quality, again, low. Otherwise, distortion, chromatic aberration, low FX, as you see, I just turned them all off for sanity and performance. I mean, you may not notice this short term, but I'm pretty sure your eyes will thank you for it. And on the low FX, this one's also kind of deceptive, because yeah, turning it on reduces the quality of VFX even, making AoEs harder to read. So just leave it off, also on a higher end machine, and don't nerf your visibility for no reason. Ray tracing in Diablo 4 is really the ultimate trap card. I talk about this part here. You turn it on and will lose a good chunk of your frames, and for what? Shinier puddles? I mean, there's no real noticeable difference during gameplay. It's just not worth it, and one of the dumbest settings I've ever seen. Even if you have like a super top high-end graphics card, this one will just tank your FPS basically for, I don't know, gains of 0.1% or something. I mean, it's not worth it. That was it so far. Can go back here. If you want to check out my new and old system that I tested these settings on, look into the description box below. And there we have it, the perfect Diablo 4 settings to finally fix lag, boost FPS and make the game actually fun to play. I go through the settings here one more time so that you can easily stop the video if needed and copy the settings. And like I said, don't forget, it's a little bit depending on your system. The low ones you can keep low even if you are on a higher end machine, and the high ones you can go one level below depending on your graphics card. So my newer graphic card is pretty strong, so I can afford these kind of settings. On my low end system, this may be also a little bit too high all. So I would go one level further with all of those settings. It's the best setting still. It's still optimized and min-maxed then. Okay? So yeah, I hope you will have then no stutters, no frame drops, just smooth demon slaying. And don't forget to share this video around. If it helped you out, chances are it will also help others. But until then, stay smooth, stay savage, and I'll catch you in my next video. Peace out.